All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gerbils. We're coming in here. Another 500 player game. I just love looking at the overview here. That is a crap load of people involved in this game. I freaking love it. You know, I've been a Mesopotamia player for so long, and that's a loner game. That's a game you win alone. Only one person can win, and it's a lot of fun. It really helps you to hone your skills. But this kind of game, man, you got to be on top of things. You have to be watching your allies, offering them support, making sure that they trust you, making sure that you're trustworthy, um, negotiating with people nearby you, looking out for enemy alliances and what they're up to. So there's a whole other layer to this, and of course that's the diplomatic and social aspect, which is really, really interesting. So let me just kind of catch you up on what's going on here. You can see I've been expanding here, and I'm expanding very coy in this region up here. And that guy is still Karma here, or Cairns. He's still, at least he's not AI yet. It's still, showing his name. So what I've done here is I've tiptoed around all the forts. So for whatever reason, he took a big stack out of his fort, and I just attacked around and took everything around it. So, and then I built a level 1 fort over here, and this one I've had longer because I got here earlier, and that's a level 2 now, and up here is a level 2 as well. So the theory is, like, this guy, the longer he stays on enemy territory, my territory, the lower his morale will go. And so the less power he'll have. He's almost at half power now. He's to 60. Once he's to 50, that's half power. So, call that a 14. It's probably what, a 13 and a cavalry, but it's really more like like 6. Well, right now it's more like maybe like 7 infantry instead of 13. So that really makes a difference. The longer he stays here, the better off I am. And if eventually he tries to attack me, he'll have to attack into a fort, which is fine by me. So it's kind of a standoff. Now, here's the territory I really do want. Double wheat. Look at that. And you can see that's what I'm starving for. In fact, my fish situation is just tragic. Like, I really need fish. But of course, once I can get a double grain there, I can tune it using my resource tab and really sort of alleviate that pressure on my economy. So what I'm doing up here is he has, you guessed it, another territory without a fort. So I just did an end run around here, and I'm attacking up into here. Meanwhile, I'm sort of building up a force over here. I've learned the glory and power of cavalry. I think you should take a moment. If you haven't seen my cavalry only game, go check it out. Look in the playlists and find cavalry only. It's a game where I was like, okay, I'm only going to build cavalry. I will build cannon, because at that time I thought you can't win without cannon. But if you watch that series, I pretty much won with cavalry only. Like, by the time I was able to build artillery, I'd already pretty much won the game with cavalry. So cavalry are badass. And of course, you can build them almost right away. You build a level 1 workshop and a barracks, and you've got cavalry. You only want to do that, of course, if you got plenty of food, which I do not. So I'm pretty much got as much cavalry as I could afford. But I believe I'm building 2 more. Yeah, here's one, and maybe another one somewhere else. I'm not sure, but at least 2 more are coming. And I'm sending everybody to here because I see I can take this double fish. That is a fort, but there's only 4 guys there. So as long as I attack with overwhelming force, and I know that's a level 1 fort because I can see how many people are in there, I can take that double fish. If I get that double fish, and then soon after get the double wheat, then I am sitting pretty in this game. Everything will be wonderful, and everyone will be singing Kumbaya and farting rainbows. So looking forward to that. Other than that, the team is looking good. My guys are expansionists. They're ready to go. So let me bring you over to the last thing here. This guy over here is doing well, and I've invited him in. I've said, hey, apply to our coalition, and you're welcome in. And he has not. He's not responded. Even more important, this guy over here attacked our ally while our ally was over here attacking into Wellington. It was a huge strategic mistake. He moved everything he had into this other territory, and he was thinking, I'm sure, of sweeping up here and taking over all this stuff. Meanwhile, the guy down here, Grease Boys, which is a really weird name, he comes in and just takes everything. So, and like literally takes over forts that had been abandoned. And that's terrible. When an enemy just walks into a fort and occupies it, that's terrible. So what happens is he comes back with a stack of 41 that was over here and attacks back into his own fort and dies screaming. So anyway, I've been in contact with Grease Boys. Jesus, greasy boys, with Grease Boys, and he said, "Hey, once I finish this war, I'll join you guys." Because I was like, "Hey, I can see it looks like you're defeating my ally, and honestly, if there was anything I could do about it, I'd come to his aid, and I would. But like, dude, I can't get across that much ocean in time to do anything, and I know it." So I was like, so really, what you're doing is you're proving, sort of through, Darwinism, that you're the top dog down here, and we'd like to have you on board. So at that time, he said, "Okay, I'll join you. I'll join your coalition as soon as I finish this war." Well, so my lieutenants are getting a little froggy over here, and they're like, "Hey, we want to attack down into here," and I get it. I'm like, yeah, because the same sort of scenario holds true. All of his troops are in the north, mopping up here, so we could come down here and start, grabbing territory. So I sent this guy, Grease Boys, an ultimatum. I said, "Hey, my guys are chomping at the bit to attack you, since you're weakened after that war. But it was my understanding that you were going to join us. So please join us." I sent him an invitation. I kicked this guy, Nelson. Sorry, Nelson, man. Nelson Mandela. Sorry, Nelson. Dude, you just got eaten and it sucks. But we've got to figure out a way to replace you. And so hopefully it will be this guy. Now, before this guy joined, he mentioned something about these guys to the north that are really good. And that's who he's talking about. Oceania, the Oceanic Empire. And he's like, "Yeah, beware of them if, blah, blah, blah." So right away, he gave me a clue that he has connections with this alliance to the north. And so even if he joins, I'm keeping an eye on him. Honestly, like, I'm going to watch him closely. I love it that he's on an island by himself. So if he launches any kind of attack, it's going to take a long time to get over to us. And there's really no reason for him to go, well, yeah, honestly, if he's going to attack into the west of Australia, he might come through our territory. So we just need to keep a close eye on him. He kind of revealed his cards a little bit, saying that he respected this coalition. And it could just mean that he respects that coalition, which that's fine. There's coalitions on various maps that I respect, and I can see they're good players. But it also hinted to maybe a deeper layer of relationship there that I'm going to keep my eye on. So you see what I'm talking about, man. This social game is deep. So my hope is, we're down to 6 players now. Our coalition is down to 6 players. This guy's been kicked. I really, really hope that Greasy Boys will join our coalition and add all of this territory to our total territory. Because if you look at, let's go over to the coalitions now and take a look. Oh, take your time there, son. We're not in any hurry. So you can see we are in first place here. The Aussie Posse is in first place, and you have to go down quite a bit to find Oceanic Empire down here. So they've got 19 reward points compared to our 37. So that's about half. But if you look at an even more telling sort of display here, let's look at how many provinces everybody has. So we're going to arrange by provinces. So, let's go to coalitions. Here we go. Coalitions by provinces. Yeah, finally. Okay, so now we can see by the number of provinces, you have Italy, which is a weird name for a coalition. Like, that's a country. And Italy, okay. Italy's not even in it. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so you can say we're kind of down the roster here with 84, but not a lot. 88 provinces down to 84. That's not a lot. But we only have 6 out of 7. So if Grease Boys joins us, we'll rocket to the top of this. He's got at least, 15, 16 provinces. So he'll take us up to as much potentially as 100 and just way over the top on this list. Now, granted, Italy only has 5 out of 7. They don't have a full roster, but Asia and America United do have full rosters. And so, and here's Oceanic Empire here, who he says they're such great players, like a full 30 provinces behind us. So I really hope he makes the right choice and joins in. If he does, we will be the dominant force in the world. Look at these people. Losers. So anyway, we're just and honestly, if he waffles around and doesn't join, I'm going to go ahead and tell these guys, go for it, man. Just unify all your stuff and let's go. Over here, this guy, if I can't get Grease Boys, I hope maybe to get user number 0487654331 to join us. He's expansionist, and I can tell he's not stringing himself too thin. He's still defensible, so I like the way he's playing. I wouldn't mind having him in the coalition as well. So anyway, you can tell there's a lot of stuff going on here. Whoops. So thanks for checking in, guys. I'm really trying to keep these short, but there's a lot going on. So naturally, look at that, 10 minutes. Dang it. But thanks for checking in. Again, I encourage you, if I'm rambling on, just skip forward, feel free to skip forward because, yeah, I'll get going sometimes. All right. Thanks for checking in, guys. I'll see you next time. Adios.